The Knights Templar was a prominent medieval order of devout Christians tasked with a dual mission: safeguarding European pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land and conducting military operations. This wealthy, influential, and enigmatic order has captivated historians and the general public for centuries. Stories of their financial expertise, military skills, and dedicated service to Christianity during the Crusades continue to be celebrated in contemporary culture. Who were the Knights Templar? Following the capture of Jerusalem from Muslim forces in 1099 during the Crusades, numerous pilgrims from Western Europe began journeying to the Holy Land. However, many faced dangers such as robbery and murder while traveling through Muslim-dominated areas. In 1118, Hugues de Payen, a French knight, founded a military order with 8 of his relatives and friends. Originally named the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and the Temple of Solomon, this group later became known as the Knights Templar. Supported by Baldwin II, the then ruler of Jerusalem, the order established their base on the city's revered Temple Mount, which inspired their famous name. They committed themselves to safeguarding Christian pilgrims visiting Jerusalem. The Pope's endorsement. Initially met with skepticism by some ecclesiastical figures, the Knights Templar gained substantial backing in 1129 when the Catholic Church officially endorsed them, supported by Bernard of Clairvaux, an influential French abbot. Bernard penned In Praise of the New Knighthood, a work that lauded the virtues of the Templars and contributed to their rapid expansion. In 1139, Pope Innocent II granted the Templars significant privileges through a papal bull. This document exempted them from taxes, allowed them to construct their own places of worship, and placed them under the authority of only the Pope, setting them apart from other orders and secular laws. The Knights Templars at work. The Templars' sophisticated financial operations not only supported their military and religious missions, but also positioned them as one of the medieval world's earliest international banking organizations. This system proved revolutionary, offering Templar-backed promissory notes to travelers, which could be redeemed in far-flung parts of Christendom. Their economic influence became so profound that they essentially became the custodians of immense wealth, including that of various European monarchies. Their strict lifestyle and disciplined military regimen earned them a formidable reputation, both on and off the battlefield. Templars were expected to live ascetically despite their wealth and were held to high standards of conduct that governed everything from their personal grooming to their interactions with family members. The expansion of the Knights Templar was marked by strategic alliances and acquisitions. Their ownership of Cyprus and their extensive fleet allowed them to control key trade routes in the Mediterranean, further bolstering their economic and military strength. This strategic positioning made the Templars indispensable to the political and economic frameworks of medieval Europe, intertwining their fate with that of the continent's leading powers. Expanded duties of the Knights. Originally founded to safeguard pilgrims, the Knights Templar broadened their role significantly over time. They became key military defenders of the Crusader states in the Holy Land, recognized for their bravery and exceptional combat skills. The Templars earned a formidable reputation as tenacious warriors during the Crusades, motivated by deep religious zeal. They were known for their strict rule of not retreating from battle unless overwhelmingly outnumbered, which added to their mystique. Throughout their tenure, the Templars constructed numerous fortifications and were frequently victorious in their skirmishes with Islamic forces. Their audacious approach to combat served as an inspiration for other military orders, establishing a legacy of martial prowess that would be emulated by subsequent generations of knights. The fall of the Knights Templar. By the late 12th century, the momentum of the Crusades had shifted as Muslim forces recaptured Jerusalem and other strategic locations, gradually pushing the Knights Templar to retreat from their strongholds. The definitive end of their presence in the Holy Land came with the fall of Acre in 1291, which was the last Crusader stronghold in the region. In the years that followed, enthusiasm for the Crusades waned significantly in Europe. Simultaneously, the immense wealth and power accumulated by the Knights Templar began to draw scrutiny and envy from both secular rulers and the ecclesiastical hierarchy. By 1303, having been expelled from their remaining territories in the Muslim world, the Knights Templar established their new headquarters in Paris. This move coincided with growing tensions with King Philip IV of France, who was heavily indebted to the Templars and had been rebuffed in his attempts to secure further financing from them. This financial dispute set the stage for the French king's eventual efforts to dissolve the order. Arrests and executions. On October 13, 1307, a notorious date in history, numerous French Templars, including Grand Master Jacques de Molay, were detained by the authorities. These knights underwent severe torture, compelling them to admit to a variety of fabricated accusations such as heresy, homosexuality, financial misconduct, idolatry, fraud, and desecrating the cross. In the ensuing years, many Templars were executed in Paris, burned at the stake based on these coerced confessions. Jacques de Molay himself was put to death in 1314. Facing intense pressure from King Philip IV, Pope Clement V officially disbanded the Knights Templar in 1312. The order's vast holdings and financial resources were intended to be transferred to the Knights Hospitaller. However, there is speculation that much of the Templar wealth was actually appropriated by King Philip of France and King Edward II of England. The Knights Templar today. The Catholic Church has since conceded that the persecution of the Knights Templar was unwarranted, recognizing that Pope Clement was unduly influenced by secular powers to eradicate the order. While the consensus among historians is that the Knights Templar disbanded around 700 years ago, there are theories suggesting that the order might have continued its existence covertly and still operates in some capacity today. In the 18th century, the Freemasons, among other groups, adopted many of the Templars' symbols, rituals, and traditions, reviving aspects of the medieval Knights' legacy. Today, various international organizations inspired by the Knights Templar are open for public membership. These groups, with representatives worldwide, strive to maintain the values and traditions of the original order from the Middle Ages. Over time, the aura of mystery surrounding the Knights Templar has persisted, with their legendary exploits being explored in modern novels and films, continuing to fascinate audiences globally. Some scholars suggest that the Knights Templar might have covertly protected the Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth believed to have covered the body of Jesus Christ after his death, for centuries following the conclusion of the Crusades. It is also widely speculated that the Templars found and safeguarded various significant religious artifacts, including the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, and fragments of the cross used in Christ's crucifixion. Numerous other theories and legends swirl around the Templars' clandestine activities. For instance, the popular novel and movie, The Da Vinci Code, proposed that the Templars played a role in a secret conspiracy to preserve the bloodline of Jesus Christ. While many of these tales are regarded as fictional, the enduring mystery and allure of the Knights Templar continue to captivate public imagination and are likely to inspire intrigue for generations to come.